Once the scene is safe, we need to determine our patient's level of response using the acronym AVPU. AVPU. Alert, does not respond to alert. Verbal, doesn't respond to verbal. Pressure, doesn't respond to pressure. Now we want to see if they respond to pain. Patient does not respond to pain, therefore patient is unresponsive. Immediately get the patient flat on their back, preferably with someone else helping you. Now we need to determine the patient's ABC, airway, breathing, circulation. Look in the mouth, airway is clear, head tilt, chin lift, secures the airway. Do a breathing check and circulation check at the same time for 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, we've confirmed the patient was not breathing, did not have a pulse, therefore in cardiac arrest. Have someone call 911 and request an AED.
Grab an AED when you can. Come back to me.
It's time to perform CPR. Expose the patient's chest. Once the patient's chest is exposed, start compressions. Hands on top of hand, elbows are locked, arms are straight. Notice, someone is putting on the AED the entire time CPR is being performed. Responder 2 is placing the AED while responder 1 is doing CPR the entire time. Turn the AED unit on before placing the pads on the patient. Notice responder 1 does not stop compressions for responder 2 to put the pads on the patient. First pad goes top right, second pad goes bottom left. Once the AED is on the patient's bare chest, the AED will automatically analyze on its own.
Do not touch the patient. Shock advised.
Once the AED found a shockable rhythm, immediately start compressions while the AED is ramping up. Responder 2 ensures responder 1 is not touching the patient before they push shock.
Shock 1 delivered. It is safe to touch the patient. Begin CPR now.
Second round of CPR, responder 2 is now doing compressions while responder 1 is grabbing the bag valve mask if available. Because we have a bag valve mask or a barrier device, we are switching to 30 compressions to 2 breaths. Notice the responder 2 stops compressions for responder 1 to give 2 breaths. And we repeat that cycle, 30 compressions to 2 breaths, until the AED automatically analyzes on its own again.
Continue for 1 minute.
If there was a third responder, then responder 2 will hold the mask in place and responder 3 will squeeze a third of the bag for 30 compressions to 2 breaths.
Continue for 45 seconds. Continue for 30 seconds. Continue. Continue for 15 seconds.
When I do the breaths, grab the remote. After this, I'm going to push 2.
Continue for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop CPR. Analyzing heart rhythm. Do not touch the patient. No shock advised. It is safe to touch the patient. Check airway. Check
no shock
breathing.
advised does not
If
mean we start
needed,
compressions.
begin
We need to
CPR.
check the patient for airway, breathing, and circulation and act accordingly based on what the patient gives us. Second option, they're in respiratory arrest.
Continue.
Solution, provide assisted ventilation using bag valve
Continue
mask,
for 1
1 breath
minute
every 5
45
seconds.
seconds.
So we are going to provide assisted respirations. So I'm going to hold the mask in place.
Continue.
And you squeeze 1 breath every 5 seconds. So squeeze a third of the bag.
Continue for 1 minute 30 seconds.
We're providing assisted ventilations for the next 2 minutes once the AED automatically analyzes on its own again.
Continue.
Reminder, best case scenario, patient is breathing. Consider putting them in recovery position.
Continue for 1 minute 50.